According to research by Dan Buettner, the island of Sardinia in Italy has the highest concentration of long livers and people who have reached the age of 100. Certainly, these people have a secret about preserving youth and longevity that you and I don't guess. But that's as yet unknowable. In this issue, I have figured it out myself, and I will tell you why Italians live so long, why there are people who at 50 look 30 years old, and what their secret is, how to slow aging and feel like a teenager, how to reduce the appearance of wrinkles, all this and much other useful information in this issue. Actually, Sardinia is not the only place where there are many long livers and people who look younger than their age. There are many places like Okinawa, Japan, or Ikaria in Greece, and the most important thing that unites people in these places is their lifestyle, what they eat and where they spend most of their time. In Sardinia, the common food they eat as a side dish is barley. In Japan, it's sweet potatoes. All are complex carbohydrates, which are long digestible and nourish the body a little bit for a long time, but we will talk about that later. Also, due to the fact that these are sparsely populated cities and villages, they have almost no office work, and the residents of these places make a living from fishing, herding, farming, and that's what also unites our long livers. What about people who live in metropolitan areas, spend most of their time in an office, and also want to stop aging and live a long life? I'll give you the answer, but a little later. It's important that you get the gist of it and understand the purpose of what I'm going to say next. Probably in your life you have met people at work or your neighbor, with whom you communicated not so close, and made conclusions about him, about his character, his habits, his age based on external signs and not knowing the exact information about his age. But when you got to know a person better and heard that he was, say, 45 years old and he looks 30, you were very surprised? I've had this happen a lot lately. People tell me the exact wrong age for what I look like. Yes, the result of a person looking younger than their age is genetics. But wait till you turn off the video with a disappointed sigh. Genetics is only 15% of the overall success, and then there is his way of life, his habits, his diet, etc. I'll talk about this too, literally in 1 minute. I have one fear at my age, and no, it's not fear to be buried alive. I hope it doesn't happen. It's fear to see more and more wrinkles on my face. Of course, there is no way out of it, and time will take its toll sooner or later. But what can I do to slow down aging? How to look younger than your age? How to reduce the number of wrinkles? The answers to these questions I will give right now. But now I ask you to like this video and subscribe to my channel with a bell, so as not to miss new useful videos, because I try very hard for you. The first thing that unites all the people of long life is nutrition. Nutrition is the most important foundation for your health. Compare it as the foundation in the building. The better and stronger the foundation, the more stable and durable the building will stand. To strengthen the foundation of our health, it is necessary to minimize the consumption of foods that quietly poison our lives and destroy our foundations. Here's a list of those very foods: sweet fizzy drinks, which contain a lot of sugar that instantly settles under your skin after consumption, confectionery, pizza, burgers, and all those things we love very much. Does that mean you should give them up forever now? No. It's important to understand that often the problem of aging is overweight, and the problem of being overweight is not what we eat, but how much we eat it. Overweight people have fast carbohydrates as the foundation of their food. Those are the unhealthy foods I described above, while long-lived people from Italy, Japan, and Greece have slow carbohydrates as the foundation. What foods should prevail in the diet of a person who wants to stop aging and look younger, and most importantly feel like a teenager? The first is foods high in carbohydrates, most importantly slow carbohydrates, such as brown rice, buckwheat, oatmeal, hard pasta, bulgur, barley, sweet potatoes. The second important component of the strong foundation is the protein-rich products: fish, seafood, chicken or turkey meat, beef, chicken eggs, dairy products, and cheeses. By the way, more details about proteins, I made a separate video. It will now appear in your tooltip in the upper right corner. Fats are also an important component of the health of our cells and internal organs, as well as our foundation. Foods that contain a lot of healthy fats are cheese, nuts, sunflower seeds, olives, and olive oil. Does this mean that now you have to get rid of unhealthy foods forever? No. The most important thing for your health is to learn to understand and count the daily calorie intake for your body. When you understand this and learn to calculate it, by the way, if you need help, write about it in the comments. I will answer and help to calculate. You will get access to the great skill, the ability to manage your body. What do you need it for? Let me answer that. You know those people, or maybe it's you, who say, "Mike, I eat so little, but the weight does not go away at all." Immediately the question arises, little is how much? How do you determine how little is a little and how much is a lot? I usually do not get a reasonable answer. In order to lose weight, you need to create a deficit of calories. Simply put, if your daily caloric intake rate of say 2000 calories, then in order to lose weight on a daily basis, you need to consume 1900 calories or slightly less. The main thing is not to make too big a deficit. It is logical to assume that if you consume more than your norm, the extra calories will be deposited under our skin. So, imagine one visit to McDonald's. If you take a standard set, cola, burger, fries on average, it turns out 1000 calories, and this is half the daily norm of a person of height 175. In general, for our body there is no concept of harmful food, it absorbs everything. In general, if we go back to the theme of nutrition, learn to eat without going over your daily norm of calories and focus your diet on the products about which I said earlier. You can also eat chocolate or candy or whatever you like the most even every day, but that it would not exceed your daily norm of calories. Ideally, learn to understand how much you need separately: proteins, fats, and carbohydrates, but this is a more advanced level. I will tell about it in more detail in my book, How to Count Your Daily Diet, Protein, Fat and Carbohydrate, How to Train, How to Motivate Yourself, and much useful information in my book, which will be available for purchase on Amazon. I will leave a link to the book in the description and in the attached comment. Do not miss the opportunity to be healthy and happy. Back to our long livers from Italy. What do they all have in common besides nutrition, which we have already analyzed? Who hasn't understood yet? I'll answer: it's active physical labor, in the course of which the body uses calories. Do you understand what formula we have? The formula is as simple as 2 plus 2. The formula is as follows: proper nutrition plus vigorous activity equals health for years to come. But what about those people who spend most of their time at work in an office, or people who for other reasons have a life with minimal activity? It's simple: reconsider your habits and add minimal physical activity, which you can do at home right now watching this video. How do you change your habits? Start paying attention to your everyday things. Stop riding the elevator, start using the stairs. If the store is not far from home and you do not need to buy a ton of groceries, go to the store on foot, leave your car keys at home. Get in the habit of walking 10,000 steps a day. By the way, every iPhone has a pedometer to measure the number of steps taken. This is your first key to being active. Start doing simple physical activities, such as push-ups from the floor, squats, jumping rope. Pay attention to abs exercises. Do squats in 4 sets of 20 squats. Squatting technique is very simple. Put your feet shoulder width apart, squeeze your hands on your chest, move your buttocks back a little, and make sure that your back was always straight, and squat to the point where your hips are parallel to the floor, and in this technique should be performed 20 times. Most likely you will not get it at once, but you have to strive for these figures. By the way, I told about squats in detail in this video. The hint is in the upper right corner. Do push-ups in 4 sets of 10 push-ups. The technique is simple: hands shoulder width apart, pay attention to your back, it must be straight and not bend. As you inhale, we go down and lift up without touching the floor with your chest, and at the moment of lifting we exhale. Do so 10 times, 4 sets, with a rest between sets of 3 minutes. More detail on push-ups and the benefits of push-ups I told here in this video, tooltip at the top, also you can watch. The third exercise is jumping rope. I personally jump 1000 times twice a week. It helps me a lot in endurance and coordination when I play tennis. I recommend you to start doing 70 jumps in 4 sets and rest between sets 2 to 3 minutes. Also separately about skipping rope I told here in this video, hint above. And of course, we don't forget about abs. Do curls on the press 4 sets of 10 to 15 reps with a rest between sets of 2 to 3 minutes. As you see, in combination with physical activity and proper nutrition, you can stop aging and start feeling better and younger. I also recommend you to watch my other videos about nutrition and exercises. They will appear on your screen now. I bid you farewell, see you again.